What is sickle cell disease?
I have no idea.
Many have no clue.
Oh, wait.
Like I said, I don't know.
I don't know.
Some have heard something about sickle cell.
It's a blood disease, correct?
I know you're born with it. If it's too cold or too hot, different climate conditions, it could kind of mess you up.
It could be like from your family.
What is it?
I don't know, it has something to do with your red blood cells.
And some had that part a little confused.
They don't stick together very well, they just break apart.
It has something to do with the enzymes or chromosomes.
I did not know that.
XY.
Really?
Maybe not XY.
It is surprising.
And very frustrating for CHOP's Dr. Kwaku OHENE-FREMPONG.
Sickle cell is the name of an abnormal red blood cell.
He's an international authority on sickle cell.
When it's not carrying oxygen, it causes the red blood cell to become abnormally shaped. Instead of a nice, smooth, round red blood cell, it adopts a very, very unusual cell that looks like a sickle. But the shape itself is not the problem. It also becomes very sticky and very stiff. By being stiff and sticky, cannot pass through these small blood vessels, so they get stuck. And they block the flow of blood to that part of the body. The tissue lacking oxygen and nutrients becomes inflamed.
Sickle cell, to me, the way I describe it, it feels like your red blood cells. They're like carrying machetes, and essentially as they're traveling through your veins, it feels like they're cutting you. Look at that.
Nana 24 is 26 years old. Both his parents carry a gene that causes sickle cell disease or sickle cell anemia in their children. Those who survive spend a lifetime coping and
wanting to be normal.
The quest to be normal led to serious denial and, unfortunately, death for Nana's younger brother, Kwame. That was last year.
So his lungs shut down, his kidneys shut down, and his liver shut down. So he's on dialysis, breathing tubes, and feeding tubes.
But Kwame's spirit lives on through Nana's new nonprofit called One Blood. Music greats like John Legend and Bilal volunteering their time and talent to raise funds and awareness.
It's something that really, really affects, the Black community, but you don't really see enough people really supporting it.
So this is a disease that is not just linked to any skin color. There are clinics in Greece, Italy, Portugal. If you tell them that this is supposed to be a disease of African people or dark-skinned people, they will laugh at you.
Nobody's laughing about the dramatic cuts in funding and education and a rise in the number of sickle cell cases since the 60s and 70s when awareness, testing, and funding soared.
And so many of the young people who are having children now are actually surprised when they have a child with sickle cell disease because they themselves had not been tested and they didn't know.
He hasn't been tested? How's come?
I don't know.
And your daughter's been tested?
Yes.
The only cure for this disease is bone marrow transplantation.
Risky, he says, for older children and adults, but researchers here are working on what may be an amazing breakthrough to stop sickle cell before a baby is born.
It will actually make it possible for a mother to donate the mother's bone marrow to the baby and to cure the disease before the baby is born.
But he says there's not enough funding to bring it to human trials yet and not enough interest to push the issue.
And to me, it's less about race and it's more about pain.